What's good, everybody? It's Ma here. Hope you guys are having a great day. As you see by the title and on the screen, we're up in another case of a guide video. Now, with this being said, I know that I've been putting out a lot of guide videos, but a man has been grinding a lot, feeling confident with his characters, feeling very prepared to go and put you guys on game with something back to back. Most likely, the next character will be Warlord, as I'm close to being rep 1 with him. But in today's video, you see, we're repping our boy LawBringer. I'm trying to teach y'all how to be an ironmonger, how to be a war machine of the knights, how to be the big dog, the unit, the tank, the guy who government you not to worry about. Hope you guys will enjoy it. Let's go and get into it. Now, LawBringer is a counterattacker, a hybrid of the Knights. He's a very mixed up character, has some hyper armor, and some cool capabilities of opening and countering. Right? He's a guy that's the most kind of unsensibly, you know, strong in this one category to this, but his main case of pressure is always going to be adding up the different, mix ups in different ways to where you can get something from the opponent. You're very defensive and have decent offense to correspond to your stuff. I would say with LawBringer, your best bet, from my play, for how I play with him, right, is mixing up with different correspondence of your attacks, but then kind of setting up some things that can kind of allow reads of greater performance. I'm talking, you mix up your lights, different correspondence between hyper armor and things like that. Use your hyper armor. You can trade a lot. You got good health. You know what I'm saying? He has one of, if not like the best next to Shigoki health in the game. Got some pretty beefiness. Got some cool mix-ups. Very fast. Cool with his zone. You can mix up into all of that. You feel me? As you see on the screen, there's a lot of cool mix-ups and capabilities that you can pull. He has hyper armor, only one layout of his heavies, meaning that when you go from a light or zone and throw it out, it does one case of hyper armor. Then next, you have the case of his unblockables. You can mix this up by doing, the iconic 3-chain, either from a light or heavies to go into it, right? But, the general is just throwing out a heavy and getting an unblockable. Unblockable comes from all three sides, right? If you get a parry, you can go ahead and lay down unblockable. From a parry of any sense, you can go ahead and go about getting a free light and mix up on that. Or you can go for a Thomas the Tank Engine Train Spear that takes a motherfucker flying. And when you actually open this up, it does a lot of good deal of, possibilities. And it's good from a gank perspective. If you want to ledge people, it's good from a mix opener perspective. But this can be easily parried or, blocked. But some people, when they try to parry it, can still get hit by it because of the timing and the fact that it's kind of a little bit delayed as he literally comes in with his body first and has the case of his halberd, axe hammer, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Because people have been very toxic or very, argumentative about that statement. Doesn't really matter. But with that whole like Thomas the Tank Engine thing, you can set a motherfucker up and making them think that you're just gonna come in with the rapier, but you really just go about grabbing them. But that can either be, countered because they'll just like passively wait, or they'll side dodge before you can go about doing it. But just know that that's obviously, a capability. And when it comes down to what he's able to do with different like mix-ups and punishes, I would say, his full max punish should be top light, going in, for top heavies. His top heavies will always do the most damage, you know what I'm saying? Is clocking up the cranium. And then, he has his all guard maneuver, which allows him to literally pull a Waffle House or an IHOP and flip your ass over him. And with that being said, lay out some damage. You get a free light or heavy. You have to do the heavy immediately after. The light is just a little like nick at the person, you know what I'm saying? But that's really it in comparison with that. But when it comes down to his ganking capabilities and what he's able to do, he's a pretty good ganker. If you play him right from his all guard, aka his flip, corresponding with his bash, which is like a side dodge. But obviously, you get a free light and you can set up different coordination of heavies that allows him to go about doing different things. Now, with the ganking, specific in like Dominion and Breach, his ganking is going to be very much tied to, going from opponent to opponent. You got to kind of, mix up and throw out a lot of your strength, depending on the case. I wouldn't do it too overly because you will feed revenge or, drain your stamina. But I would say if you have a good person to duo with and correspondence with, like, I don't know, a Centurion, a Raider, a Jormungandr, or another hybrid, you can use it to a lot of your greatest capabilities. But thing is, as well, with anti-ganking, it really is a mix-up thing because to me, I believe he's a very good anti-ganker. But I believe that if you do not have, some sense of experience with, him already, right, at the start, I would definitely play more passive with him and wouldn't try to go ahead and throw out the greatest deal of offense mix-ups for damage. I would say if you're trying to, go with the greater extent, some experience with JJ, Griffin, and arguably even Hitokiri would be good from the mix-ups between Hyper Armor, the light chain combos mixed with bashing, and most importantly, because when he gets a parry off, I almost forgot about this, he gets unblockable zone like JJ. Like I talked in my JJ video, the unblockable zone will help out his because it's not like a swift tornado spin, right? He doesn't pull a Kotsun Khan. It's more of a great bitch slap whirlwind smack that he will hit a person with on a great deal. So, yeah, that's pretty much LawBringer when it comes down to all his stuff. Again, like I said before, and I've been popping out with a lot of guides, but I hope y'all understand this big dog himself to the greatest extent. You know what I'm saying? This man is over here built like War Machine of medieval times. You know what I'm saying? A true A-class warrior and objectively the greatest and strongest and durable motherfucker of this entire fucking verse. I mean, look at him, man. Is built like a whole ass fucking unit of nothing but steel, whole ass fucking statue of armor, no glaze. But I hope you guys enjoy. Peace on mom if you play it.